Welcome to the part 7 of the Ladybug modeling series. In the previous video, that was the part 6 of this series, we have added the keyframes and added the shape keys for the animation of the wing and cap of this ladybug. And now in this video, we are going to work on the walk cycle of this ladybug. So without wasting much time, let's start the video. So first of all, let me turn off each of this shape keys, and now we are going to work on the walk cycle of this ladybug. So let me add a bone over here and let me turn it up into the viewport. So now we can add the armature and move this bone over here and just follow along the process of extruding these bones. And one more extrusion and one more extrusion. Now add a bone over here and move it over here. Now we are going to add the armature to the legs of this ladybug. Also move the bone from the top view so that it will properly match with the body of this ladybug. Now we can just subdivide these bones a couple of times and then we can again adjust it so that it properly matches with the body. Now from the front view also you need to just adjust the positions of the bone. So now you can see we have almost adjusted the position of these bones and they are matching properly. And now we can just duplicate this particular bone group and we can just follow along the process of adding the bones to each of these legs of the ladybug. And now I'm just from the top view just aligning the bones with the body. So since this is a very simple process, so I am just fast forwarding this particular process of adjusting the bones. So after placing the cursor at the center of the origin, duplicate each of this legs bone and press S, X and 0. So it will automatically place the legs bone on the left side of the body of the ladybug. So now we have completed the process of adding the armature, and now it's a time to parent this armature with the body of this ladybug. So first of all I am just selecting the body and then select the armature and then press the Ctrl P with the automatic weights selection. So it will automatically parent the armature with the weight of the ladybug. And now into the pose mode, I am just checking the orientation of each of these bones, how they are moving and how they are affecting the body. So just check each of the movement of these bones. And I think one thing that we forgot over here is the parenting of the leg bone with the root bone of the body. So just clear the parent of this armature and then go to the edit mode. We are going to select each of the tip bone of the legs, and here you can see I have just selected each of this tip bone of the leg. And what we can do over here is, then after selecting all the bones of the legs and then selecting this bone over here, press Ctrl P and keep offset, so it will parent the legs with the body. And if we check over here, then you can see as soon as the spine bone, I mean that bone rotates, the legs will also follow them. And now we can just parent each of these armature bones with the body, just like we have done earlier. So here you can see the legs are affected by the movement of this spine bone, and the tail of this ladybug is also working properly. You can also check the movement of each of the legs bone. So now just checking the movement. So here you can see the legs are also working properly. So here you can see the legs are working properly, and then just press Alt G and Alt R. Now we are going to the weight pen tape, and we will just correct some of the weights of this ladybug. So for the weight bending process, you need to know some of the basic terminology for the weight bending. The red color means the full weight and the blue color means the zero weight, and all the other colors fall between these two weight ranges. So here you can see that particular neck bone is having effect on the wings and the caps of the ladybug. So just select the caps into the edit mode and also the wings. Then go to this vertex vertex group tab and just remove those. So here you can see the weights have been removed for this particular bone over the wings and those areas. And now with this bone, I think it is perfect, and this bone is also a bit perfect. So it's always a good process to save your file, unless the blender gets crashed every time. So just keep on saving the file. Now it's the time to just add the animation for this movement of the walk cycle movement of this ladybug. So what we can do over here is, if you know the ladybug, two of its leg move into the opposite direction. One leg will move into the front and the two leg on the same side will move backward. So this is the kind of movement a ladybug follows. So you need to know the movement of it, and then you can just animate it. So here you can see I have added a surface on which the ladybug will be moving, and I'm just scaling it upward and just placing it properly. So now into the pose mode, let's pose some of the bones and just try to give the initial position of this ladybug. So here you can see some of the bones are penetrating into the ground, and that is not what we ever desire. So just try to just move the legs bone upward and place them on the ground. Now select each of these bones and at the 0th frame add a keyframe, and this will act as the initial position of the ladybug. So as I have said earlier, the basic walk cycle of the ladybug will have one bone of the on the one side at it will move front, and the rest two bones on that same side will move backward. So let's see how this will look like. So here you can see the first bone on this side has moved upward, I mean in the front, and the rest two are positioned into the back. So add a keyframe over here at the 4th frame. So side by side we can also animate the bones on the right side of this uh, legs bone. So here you can see, just try to achieve this kind of position just like I have done. And now selecting the bones and add a keyframe. So here you can see at the 2nd frame it will position like this. Now at the 4th frame, bring this first bone little bit backward, and with the second bone it will move into the front. This second bone is going to move front, and even this third bone will move backward. And on the right hand side, the first leg will move into the front, second will move back, and the third one will move into the front. So as you can see, even on the right and left side, the bones will move complementary with each other. So just duplicate the 2nd and the 4th frame and just keep on duplicating by pressing Shift R, so that it will repeat the previous duplication. And now let's play the animation. So here you can see this is the basic walk cycle of the ladybug movement. However, we can just improve the animation of this walk cycle. So what we can do is we can just give some of the rotations and adjust them properly, and give them a rotation into the center also. So this will make it look more better, and just keep on doing what I am doing. And also keep on updating the keyframes when you complete uh, adjusting the bones. So just since this is a easy process, you can just follow along this, and I am just fast forwarding this particular process. So as soon as we complete the keyframing of this legs, what we can do is we can just duplicate the keyframe at number 2 and 4 by pressing Shift D and then followed by Shift R for a continuous repetition of the keyframe. So now if we just watch this, we can see the walk cycle of the ladybug. Though it is not moving forward, but the legs movement can be seen properly. So here you can check it from all the sides. The legs are working properly. So now our task is to just have a walk movement from the left to right for this ladybug. So I'm just moving it along the left side, and then just we can add a keyframe over at the frame number 2 and the one keyframe at the end point where we want the ladybug at its final position. So here you can see the ladybug is moving, and this is what we desired. So it seems perfect. The walk cycles are looking perfect for this ladybug. The only thing that is remaining is the movement of the neck and head that I want while walking. So that is to be remaining, and that we can do it. But I am just checking right now how this walk cycle will look if the wing caps are just into the air. So it is looking perfect, but the thing which I want right now is the movement of neck and head along with the walk cycle. So just delete each of these keyframes right over here, which will be updated later, and just have some movement of the neck. So I'm just rotating the neck bone a bit downward and adding a keyframe of the rotation. And also at this position you can just rotate the neck bone a bit upward so that you can have a to and fro movement of the neck, and then just repeat the same process of duplicating the keyframe. So here you can see it is look much more authentic than the previous case. So now just the only thing that is remaining is the adding of the keyframe from left to right, and I know it that you guys can do it. So this much for this particular video. We will meet into the next video. So till then, have a nice day.